This trip started in Bariloche, in the Argentinian Andes, northern Patagonia. We drove to the catamaran launch, then up Lake Nawawapi, cycled over the peninsula and stayed the night in Villa Angostura. The next day we continued northwards, visiting several lakes along dirt tracks and gravel roads to our camp at Lake Wagner. The last main day of cycling took us along better roads, over a pass, and a steep, long downhill ride to San Martin de los Andes. The first part of this profile shows what appeared to be a bumpy lake ride, followed by the cycling along the peninsula. This is the start of the dirty bikes. That's the catamaran we're going across the lake on. Unloading the gear. Personalised bikes. It was a comfortable trip on the smart catamaran up Lago Nawawapi. Finished the boat ride, and just before we start cycling we've come for this little walk through a myrtle forest. The large crowds from the boat were soon to leave behind. This is bike camp. It's over.
This is a shot of a C-grade rider, maybe D-grade.
And how did you do? How did you do that?
Being an idiot. Yeah, just came across that mud puddle and slowed down, and bike went one way, I went the other. But I saved the camera. It was very slow.
It was doing bike cam.
Doing bike cam, yeah. Place up there, how lovely, big chunks out of there. It'll be all right.
That is what did it. Yeah.
In the back of my leg.
Four more kilometres to go on day one.
Show your leg!
Well, that's the track we just slogged up, pushing I might add. Steeper than it looks, a bit hard to ride. And that's looking down the lake. We were on the boat a little while ago. And the town we're heading for is just over there.
Okay, here's Tony at the end of the ride, just lighting up a bit of a pipe.
Nervous.
He did really well. He did great.
Piles. Call that bike a pile driver, I think.
Anyway, here's Javier, and he set up this great picnic. Look at this. We've got all sorts of great things here. Yeah, lovely stuff to eat. Some drinks, some tea, biscuits, and we're right beside this beautiful lake here. Coming up the beach here is Pablo. He's our guide. He does it great.
The fearless guide.
A few errors here in the GPS readings, but it gives the general trend of what we had to do. And this is the start of day 2. We're just leaving the hotel. The van's got a lot of stuff on them. Of course we won't be in that. We'll be on these. And bum's a bit sore, but it's going to be worse by the end of the day.
There's chocolate and I don't know.
Have that chocolate. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Sure.
We've been going about half an hour now. We stopped to admire the view. Weather's looking good. We go down there. And we're heading for that bridge, a little white bridge, which has got the new road bridge above it. Okay, we're down at the bridge now that we just showed you, and this is the world's shortest river, the Corontoso, and it just flows between these two lakes. Yes, this is the start of it, the lake, whose name I haven't a clue actually. What's this lake called?
Corontoso.
Oh, it's the Corontoso Lake. Bit of road works going on here, another view of the lake. First part of the day was along good mountain bike tracks. It's the end of lunch. On the second day of cycling, the first full day, after what I found was a very hard morning. And I'm sure it'll be just as hard this afternoon. Now the instruments of torture. Hard on the bum, hard on the legs. This is a campsite. The afternoon's riding had been fairly tough along a bumpy gravel road. This is the lake by which we are camping. Nice warm day, no wind. The barbecue, camping in the rough.
Really good.
We're having a very hard life here.
Oh, this isn't so rough.
There's Pablo, who's managed the fire and cooked the meat. Yes, that's very good. That shows up nicely.
No sé, por mí, a mí me gusta un poquito más.
Ah, ¿te gusta en cosita?
Si hay asado, con gusto.
The next day was along good smooth roads, distance of about 34 kilometres, with the last 12 all downhill. This is post-breakfast, beginning of day 3, and we're just getting ready to go. The van which I used yesterday afternoon to complete the ride, it was just too hard on the bumpy road for me. The company is called Dirty Bikes, but they're very clean bikes. We've only come about 1 kilometre from the campsite. Of course it was all uphill. We're on a nice smooth road today. This It's the same lake as we saw before, a little bit further along, not much. This is our lunch spot on day 3. There's woodpeckers, and they seem to be pecking at the wood. I suppose they would. And these are the holes it's picked. This is the watershed of the Andes. The stream on the right flows into the Atlantic and the one on the left goes into the Pacific. Well, we finished lunch and we've had a 10 or 12k downhill stretch, which has been brilliant. And we've now come down to Lago Laca, which is the last of the lakes on the 7 lakes route. And the end of the road,
San Martin de los Andes.
and this is day 4 of dirty bikes, but I'm not biking because I'm not feeling well. We come up to this lookout.
Malcolm decided to do a bit of riding, but I was suffering too much from a cold and a bad night's sleep. The final day was to take us on a drive back to Bariloche. The drive back was through a very different country than that which we had come up.
Condor nesting area here. Can't actually see any at the moment though. Some things, I think I said they're rheas. They're very similar to an emu. Wanaka was it? Wanaka?
Across the lake is Bariloche, our starting and finishing place. The following day we had to ourselves, as our flight to Santiago was not until the evening. We took this cable car up to Cerro Otto.
This is on the top of Cerro Otto. And here is David. A rather large one. This is the day we leave for Santiago and we're up the top of Cerro Otto. And Malcolm there photographing the flowers. And it's quite a nice forest. But the sign said prohibited, so we had to climb over the fence. We've come down from the unwindy side to the windy side now. We've just got to go back to the gyrating restaurant there.